Is muted. Hello. Hi. Something a little bit different today and a little bit impromptu. So you may have noticed from the thumbnail, had the One More Run logo up in the corner. One More Run is a podcast we've been doing for a couple of months now, where myself, Cabbage, and Cheese, two folks from our Discord, and previously Dan, although he's stopping for the foreseeable because he's got lots of work stuff on, we play a different run-based game um, every so often, kind of like almost like a book club, and we kind of collect our thoughts about it and talk about how it worked for us, how it didn't work for us, and she's had this idea of going back to Oregon Trail, which is a very old game about crossing the Oregon Trail, and playing this and then playing games similar to it. So we're all playing a different game that feels somewhat inspired by the Oregon Trail. And I'm going to start playing Keep Driving. I actually started playing this yesterday to record some footage, and I thought, actually, let's do this on a stream because it will be more fun to talk about it with people live, a little, but not through this video game. So I'm going to play this for a little bit. I'm going to do like one run of it for about half an hour, and then we'll dip into Keep Driving for a little bit. Something slightly different from what we do normally because, you know, Indies Under the Knife is unreleased games, but it's nice to actually play a finished game every so often. There's an emulator version of Oregon Trail here. I've put a link in the video description on YouTube to Cheese's stream where he played a version of Oregon Trail yesterday. I've played Oregon Trail as well. Yeah, there's a phone version of Oregon Trail, I think. Does this have any sound? We're going to play like the old version of this today. I think these are also an interesting game for thinking about like the history of what we now call roguelikes, because these are very much like a run-based game, but rather than being about like generating a procedural dungeon for you to play single-player D&D dungeon crawls in, which is what Rogue was, these are kind of like you know, story games with random events and little bits of strategy and stuff like that. So I think we picked a couple of modern games to compare this to. I think Cabbage is playing 80 Days, which is quite similar. You know, it's kind of you're trying to get to a specific place, and you've got like different stuff that's going to get in your way on the way. I'm just trying to full screen this, but it's not letting me. Come on, Oregon Trail emulator. We're gonna. There's quite a few online emulators for this because it's such a historical game. But I need to make sure it allows us in. We're going to travel the trail. Is it going to turn the sound off? Do we have sound? We can be a banker from Boston, a carpenter from Ohio, a farmer from Illinois. Find out the difference. I'm going to be a farmer from Illinois. This is as close as I can get to being the family from The Witch, right? I'm just going to dip into Streamlabs and cut off those ads at the side so that they're not eating up your chat space. Give me a sec. How do I do that again? No, not like that. Okay. Right, we're going to die of dysentery or something similar. But hopefully it won't take too long to die of dysentery, and then we can get on with the more modern game. There we go. What is the first name of the wagon leader? Well, it really doesn't like it if we switch out of the window, so I'm gonna restart it one more time. Now that we've got everything the right size. Right. I'm gonna be a farmer. I'm gonna be called Jobadiah. What's the name of your 4 other members of the party? Well, it looks like I've got a boy child, a good wife, and a girl child. So the boy child, I'm going to call him Jebediah. My wife will be called Gertrude. The girl child will be called... let's go for one of those kind of religious... you know, when you name someone after a quality. Verity. There we go. And there's someone in pink in the wagon itself that is maybe a baby. So I'm going to call them Baby Greg. Are these names correct? They sure are. It is 1848. Your jumping off place for Oregon is Independence, Missouri. You must decide which month to leave Independence. 1. March. 2. April. 3. May. That's not how numbers and months work. You can ask for advice. Let's ask for advice. You attend a public meeting held for folks with the California-Oregon fever. You're told, if you leave too early, there won't be any grass for your oxen to eat. If you leave too late, you may not get to Oregon before winter comes. If you leave at just the right time, there will be green grass and the weather will still be cool. This is obviously like trying to educate us about when was the good time to do this. And encourage the kids playing the game to choose the option that is like, give me more information. So it's trying to kind of inculcate this the sense of you will do better if you look for more information, whether or not there would really have been someone in Independence, Missouri, who knew when the best time to leave was. I don't know, but we're going to leave in May because it's in the middle. I'm going to go April actually because I'm going to assume it's going to take longer than we think, so we'll go for the early middle option. Before leaving Independence, you should buy equipment and supplies. You have $400 in cash, but you don't have to spend it all now. Or don't I? You can buy whatever you need at Matt's General Store. Hello, I'm Matt. So you're going to Oregon? I can fix you up with what you need. Okay, I need both those things. Ah, okay, we're putting an amount into each thing, I guess. It is a lot of money for that time. Yeah, I think the game economy might be a little bit. How many yoke do you want? He's recommending 3 yoke. Is he trustworthy? Are they simulating that he is a salesman who wants to sell you more than you need? Or is he just giving us game level advice? We don't know. I wonder if that was something the developers thought of at the time. I recommend you take at least 200 pounds of food for each person in your family. I see that you have 5 people in all. You'll need flour, sugar, bacon, and coffee. My price is 20 cents a pound. How many pounds of food? Well, we need 200 pounds of food. Oh, 20 cents a pound. Okay. How many pounds of food do you need? I'm going to ask for slightly more than you recommend. I would like some clothing, my good man. You'll need warm clothing in the mountains. I recommend taking at least 2 sets of clothes per person. Each set is $10. How many sets of clothes do you want? I will take slightly more than I need. Ammunition. How many boxes do you want? Right, this is the only one where he doesn't give us any advice. Okay, let's leave that for a minute. Let's get spare parts and then we'll just spend the rest on... How many wagon wheels? 2. How many wagon axles? 1. How many wagon tongues? I don't even know what that is, so I'll say 1. And then some ammunition. How many boxes do we need? Okay, we're going to leave the store. Thank you, Matt. Well, then you're ready to start. Good luck. You have a long and difficult journey ahead of you. And Yankee Doodle, what's name? It just keeps going like that. I was going to try and play my guitar over that, but I realized that as soon as I tab out to do any audio stuff in Streamlabs, the game is going to make us start again. Now, I don't think it is the only time we buy stuff, because he said you don't need to spend all of your money here, but hopefully we'll find a way to make money on the way. Okay, we're in Independence at the start of April. We're going to look at the map. We're going to change the pace. We're going to change the food rations. Okay, so it looks like a lot of the things it's done by like setting the rate of things. So we can change the rate that we're eating food rations at. So we're going to start by, we're going to eat meager meals at the start of our journey. Do people still play this game? I'm playing it. I mean, I'm playing it for historical reasons, but what we're doing is we're playing this, and then we're going to play something that is like the modern equivalent of this. And then on the podcast, we're going to have a discussion about the original game and the 3 other games that we've been playing that are kind of like it. Because they're sort of an interesting other end of, genealogically, when we talk about roguelikes and run-based games, now, obviously, they're called roguelikes, and we've got Rogue as the game that was all based on, and Rogue was based on, like, generating a dungeon and letting you, play single-player Dungeons & Dragons in a dungeon crawl. But it does feel like games like this are kind of like the other end of, modern run-based games, the kind of more story simulation-y end of that. And you can see that in things like Inkle's games, like 80 Days and Overboard and stuff like that as well. And Keep Driving, which I'm going to play after this today. Okay, we're going to look at the map. So we're over in Independence. We're going to go, we can either go a southern route that takes us through Fort Kearney and over to Fort Bridger, but that looks like it might take, I guess that's the edge of the mountains. And then we go north. So it looks like there's only really choice in this first bit. But maybe, no, it's a linear path. I think you always go through Fort Kearney, Chimney Rock and Laramie. So it's less about choosing your path and more about how you manage things on the trail. Okay, let's continue. From Independence, it is 102 miles to the Kansas River crossing. Okay, let's go. Press enter to size up the situation. I love to size up the situation. Let's do that right now. Okay, so that brings up the same menu. This is our like management menu. We can attempt to trade. I don't think there's anyone here to trade with. It will just say, oh, okay. You meet another immigrant who wants 50 pounds of food. He will trade you 50 bullets. No! Okay, so anywhere on the trail you can attempt to trade, and I guess it will do like some sort of random roll to see if you find someone to trade with. You are now at the Kansas River crossing. Would you like to look around? I would love to look around. Look at it, it's beautiful. Makes me feel very proud to be a new American. Can't wait to get to Oregon. I'm going to go to Oregon. I'm going to invent kombucha. Let's go. You must cross the river in order to continue. The river at this point is currently 630 feet across and 5 feet deep in the middle. Do you attempt to ford the river? Do you cork the wagon and float it across? Well, that's fun. Do you take a ferry across? Do you wait to see if conditions improve? Let's see what does the ferry cost money? $5 and you have to wait 3 days. Yes, I am willing to do that. Let's make it easy for ourselves at the start. That's a ferry, is it? Wow. I mean, this is the late 1800s. This isn't even like the old West. This is the recent West. From the Kansas River crossing, it is 82 miles to the Big Blue River crossing. Oh, it's the mid 1800s, okay. The next landmark is in 82 miles. Jebediah has a broken... Oh, Jebediah. Why did you break your leg, Jebediah? We've got another crossing. Let's size up the situation. I want to look at the map. Where are we now? Oh, it doesn't show us. It doesn't keep track of it. We've got to use our noodles and our noggins. Okay. We're at the Big Blue River crossing. Would you like to look around? I'm not sure I have a choice. Mm-hmm. Says, yeah, I don't know. Feels like it says something about the American spirit that tens of thousands of people crossed this route before anyone built a bridge. It's like, yeah, I think I can do it. Do you think maybe we should make it easier for people later on to get across? I don't know. Can we charge them money? Because I'll build a ferry. I'll build a ferry that takes 3 days and costs $5. But yeah, but what about building a bridge so that anyone could get across in future and it'd be easier for everyone? I don't know. Like, what do you think the Bible would say about this situation? Do you think maybe the Bible would tell us to build a bridge? Yeah, I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't know how to build a bridge because I'm just a farmer from Missouri. I don't know anything about building bridges. Bollocks, you built like 3 bridges on your land back home. No, I didn't. No proof of that. Let's press spacebar to continue. Right, let's check our supplies. We've got 6 oxen. We've got 300 bullets. We've got $50. We've got pounds of food. We've got wagon tongues, whatever they are. What would baby Greg do indeed? So let's look at the map again. So we were at the Blue River crossing, and yeah, I still don't know where it is. I guess until we get to Fort Kearney, we're just not going to know where we are. You must cross the river. We're going to attempt to ford the river. If this has like a cartoon where it just goes plop at some point, that would be amazing. Your supplies got wet, lose 1 day. Okay, that's not bad. Press enter this. Wrong trail, lose 1 day. Oh. Fucking hell. Jeopardy. Jeopardy, we're not even a quarter of the way there. I don't even know how you broke your leg. You broke your leg and you died like 2 weeks later. We haven't even got to the first town. You are now at Fort Kearney. Would you like to look around? I would indeed. What can we do here? Talk to people. A Fort Kearney scout tells you The game is still plentiful along here, but getting harder to find. With so many overlanders, I don't expect it to last more than a few years. Folks shoot the game for sport, take a small piece, and let the rest rot in the sun. I wouldn't do that. I would turn it into jerky. Why don't we do some attempting to trade? No one wants to trade with you today. Can we bury Jebediah here? Is there an option to do that? Okay, we're going to go fast over the next bit. Let's change pace. A strenuous pace. We're going to go at a strenuous pace as we continue on the trail. Let's do it. We're going to Chimney Rock, Fort Kearney. There was nothing for us there. One annoying guy that told us not to hunt animals. We can hunt for food on the way, so let's get some practice in on doing that. Enter key to start or stop walking, space to fire the rifle, those buttons to point the rifle, or to point the rifle for expert hunters. This is such an ergonomically awkward set of controls. Why would this be the controls? Oh, I wonder how much this varies from version to version. So fast. Why are you so fast? Thanks. Well, we do it again? I just keep trying until we get some food, I guess. Yeah, have it. Got us a whole buffalo. Lovely bit of squirrel. I am Jebediah Sprongfeld. Hear me roar. From the animals you shot, you got 1,876 pounds of meat. However, you were only able to carry 100 pounds back to the wagon. Okay. Is that trying to teach us something? Because I don't know. Stop to rest. How many days would you like to rest? 1. Weather, hot. Health, poor. Pace, strenuous. Okay, what we're going to do now, we're going to have some filling meals for a couple of days. We're going to change our pace to a steady pace. And we're going to continue, hopefully get our health up over the next couple of days. Yeah, those animals didn't see it coming. Right, health is fair now. Keep going. Wrong trail, lose 4 days. I'll let you have too much food. Right, let's punish everyone by giving them less food for a bit. What I'm trying to do here is we're assuming that Oregon Trail uses some form of machine learning. So that they get lost, I reduce their food. Now they're going to learn they shouldn't get lost. Probably not how the game works, but I'm going to pretend it is. And we're going to go at a grueling pace for the next couple of days. After we're not going to hunt for food because we don't have, we can't carry much of it anyway. Continue on the trail. Health is poor again. You pass a grave site. Would you like to look closer? Sure. Here, Liza. Okay, interesting. Keep going. Your health is very poor. Okay, we're going to look around Chimney Rock and then we're going to adjust some stuff again. There it is. I wonder why it's called that. We're going to change pace. Steady pace. We're going to change food rations back to filling. We're going to stop to rest for 1 day. Let's see if there's anyone who wants to trade. You meet another emigrant who wants 91 pounds of food. You don't have this. Oh, I don't have any food. Oh, that seems bad. That seems very bad. About noon yesterday, we came in sight of Chimney Rock looming up in the distance like the lofty tower of some town. We did not tire gazing on it. It was about 20 miles from us and stayed in sight till we reached it today. Okay, let's get on the trail and get hunting again, because we've got no food. Hunt for food. Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition and we'll all eat squirrels. Yeah, got a tasty little deer this time. I can't believe I can only carry 100 pounds back every time. I'm just gonna stay here until I've murdered everything. Every time I go out hunting, I catch so much food I can't get it back. And then the hunting game doesn't let you quit early. Doesn't let you go, oh, you've killed one big thing. There's no point in killing everything else. It just waits until the timer's run out. So if I want to preserve ammunition, I just need to stand next to this one deer. Wait for the hunting minigame to end. Otherwise, I'm wasting my ammunition getting more food. Because that's easily going to be 100 pounds of meat from one deer, right? 64 pounds of meat. Okay, skinny deer. Okay. Here we go. Hello, Fort Laramie. Let's talk to people. A Sioux hunter tells you, the Pawnee are the mortal enemies of the Sioux. I would not hesitate to kill any Pawnee I met, but I have never killed a white man. All I ask from the white man is to leave me alone and to leave my buffalo alone. Well, the thing about your buffalo is they're tasty. So, someone wants food. Everyone always wants food. It's the hardest thing to carry because you can't take that much of it. Okay, let's go again. Look at those lovely pink mountains. Losing 3 days again. Okay, we're going to hunt for food again. This is such an awkward keyboard layout. I'm pressing enter to move forward, pressing space to fire with my left hand like stretched out over enter and space, and then using the number pad to choose which direction I'm going in. It's really that same experience of like trying to play PC Doom after you've played thousands of FPS games with modern controls. This minigame needs a way to quit out of it, because you're always going to end up hunting too much, and then the Native Americans are going to come and yell at me. Okay, let's change our food rations back to meager. Gertrude has a snake bite. Not my personal choice of drink nowadays, but Gertrude can drink what she wants. Inadequate grass. Oh no. Hate it when people call me, we're at the Independence Rock. Attempt to trade? I don't want a wagon tongue. I don't even know what it is. No, I'm not giving you one of my oxen. Big Louie tells you, goodbye Platte River, goodbye Sand Hills and White Buffalo Skulls. Now we climb the Sweetwater Valley to cross the Continental Divide at South Pass. Once across the Rockies, we'll make a steep descent into the Green River Valley. Thanks for telling me that, Louie. That's what I'm going to do as well. I couldn't have put it better myself. I appreciate you telling me that that's what you're going to do, because I'm going to do the same thing. Let's go. Got no food. We're going to hunt straight away. Bad water. If you're watching this and you want to make a very trollish mini game in your game, just copy this. Like have a scene where you're supposed to only kill like 2 things, and then have a time limit that's just way too long to achieve that in. So people are tempted to kill 20 things, and then have the game go, you killed 20 things, but you only needed to kill 2. Oh, escape key to stop hunting. There is a button for it. Okay, cool. Boom. Oh, wrong button. You were unable to shoot any food. I don't think it's food until after you shoot it. Technically. Enter key stopped working. Okay. So now we know we can exit out of that minigame, which is helpful. So Independence Rock we passed. We're kind of in the middle of the map now. Anyone who wants to trade? Someone who wants food for bullets. Oh, that's actually a good trade for us. Although we've only used like a 1/6 of the bullets, but bullets are more valuable to us than food, so let's take the bullets. Right. Ofuta said, I'm making an Oregon Trail meets Xenophon game. I will soon need your help. Hey, if you know about these games, then you probably know more than as much as you need to. I think the trick will be to work out what about these games doesn't work, right? So when you go back and you look at whenever you're trying to like make something based on an old thing, don't make it based on your memory of the old thing, and don't make it based on entirely copying the old thing. You know, go back and look at the thing and think, okay, what's wrong with this? You know, and actually your memory of the thing is probably a good guide for what the new thing should be, because you remember your memory sort of fills in all the gaps in the fantasy that weren't really there in the game. So you're kind of trying to create the same feeling, but you might need to put more complexity in certain places to make it work for a modern audience. It's the South Pass. Look at them go. They're slipstreaming. Let's talk to people. An Arafo Indian tells you, when the white man first crossed our lands, their wagons were few. Now they crowd the trail in great numbers. The land is overgrazed with their many animals. Do any white men still live in the east? My people talk of moving. Yeah. They want 118 bullets for a wagon wheel. Absolutely not. Let's go. Ooh. See the map. We can go to Green River Crossing or Fort Bridger. Green River Crossing. Go. We've got very little water. I mean, that doesn't seem like something I could have controlled. Hunt for some food. Let's do it. Yeah, losing the other characters is like, it doesn't feel meaningful because they don't do anything. I think what Michael just said in the chat is very valid. Because they don't have any utility. It's hard to care about them beyond a story level. You know, they're just like a health bar, you know? It's like your hull of your ship in FTL. It would be good if there was a real trade-off of losing someone, rather than just like the implied thing that your family is sad, which doesn't really hit us in a game, because everything is a lot more utilitarian. A young boy tells you, "My family didn't buy enough food in Independence. We have been eating very small rations since Fort Laramie. Because of that, our health is poor. My sister has mountain fever, so we stopped here for a while." All of the characters in this are just like bits of strategy guide, aren't they? Our health is poor. We're going to change the food at rations. We're going to eat meagerly for a little while. See if anyone wants to trade. No, everyone always wants food. No, no, no. You must cross the river in order to continue. The river at this point is currently 400 feet across and 20 feet deep in the middle. Wait to see if conditions improve. We want a less deep river, I guess. Doesn't change. One more day. Doesn't change. Okay, let's just go. Let's go for it. Ah, that makes sense. You lose. 218 bullets. Oh my god. Baby Greg. My entire family have died in the river. You are unable to continue your journey. You have no oxen to pull your wagon. You must trade for ox. No one. I mean, no one's gonna give me an ox. Baby Greg, I'm all alone now. I'll just stay here. Why would I? I mean, that's not really an option, is it? But I guess there's a version of the game where you just stay in the one place where you got stuck, which is probably what happened to some people. I've seen American Primeval. See, making this a random roll that never acknowledges that you really need an ox and sticks one in is bad, right? Like, if I was making this game now, I would have some context awareness in the trading RNG, so that you when you go into the trading screen, the game sort of knows you need an ox and has a 50% chance of giving you an ox or something. Because bearing, you know, I know some people go, that's not simulationist. Well, remember that the simulation is like filling in the gaps in the fantasy, which could also include you when you're at the market saying, ox? Has anybody got any oxen? And that's why it then biases towards giving you an ox when you need an ox. Because I still have to sacrifice something for it, right? I'm still going to have to give them one of my yolks or whatever it is. One of my squirrels. Oh, it is very frustrating to play, but I mean, any game from 1990 will be inherently frustrating to play apart from certain types of games. The way we kind of, yeah, I mean, it is frustrating. Give me an ox, please. Someone wants an ox, okay. Someone wants a wagon tongue. Someone wants a clothing. Oh, you can, yeah, you can have that. Give me your bullets. I'm just gonna live here for now. Nope. I just keep trying to trade. No, I don't want to give you an ox. I need an ox. I just have to keep randomly pressing trade until it has the word ox in there. Yeah, trade food for ox. Yeah, okay, we can hunt for food now. We can stock up. The problem is, I feel like the procedural rhetoric of this game, what it's really teaching me is that if you want to survive, you should drown your family in a river because they're burdensome. Because now we're good to go. We've got our ox. We don't know what that was. It looked like a cat. Okay, let's go. Ah, finally. No more burdensome family to slow me down. My health is fair. The weather is warm. I'm only eating 2 pounds of food every day. A thief comes during the night and steals 81 pounds of food with his little neckerchief on. They're not crew, though. They're dead weights. Oh, Jobadiah's... Oh, that's me, isn't it? I thought... Oh, Jobadiah's still alive. Yeah, that's the only character. We're doing it, though. We're doing it. We're going to get there. Those guys were holding me back. Yeah, I don't really know why I'm going to Oregon anymore at this point. I seem very capable of just, like, hunting. Plenty of good places to just build a shack and live. I'm going to have a toothpick. I'm going to have spit in a bucket. Am I in Appalachia technically now in terms of where we're on the map? I've kind of lost track of where we are on the map. I could chill here. Sing songs for my brother, where art thou? I am a man of constant sorrow. Eat some squirrels. Let's look. Did we pass Soda Springs or Fort Hall yet? Keep going. You find an abandoned wagon with clothing, a spare wheel, and tongues. Nice. I'm not going to think too hard about why that wagon was abandoned. I guess it's only got one wheel on it, so. Oh, I've got cholera. Hang on, let's stop. I'm going to rest. I'm going to rest for like 7 days and try and get over my cholera. Any chance of that happening? Health fair. Okay. I'm gonna change my rations to be filling. We're gonna hunt for food again. Oh, the bears give you cholera. That's a thing. 2 pounds of meat. Delicious. Delicious. Okay. Don't want to eat bears. I did. Oh, okay. Oof. Not you. Not you, bear. Get out of it. Okay. So really we want rabbits and deer, not squirrels. Bear, leave me alone, bear. Okay, once you know about the cholera thing, the hunting minigame considerably harder if you're trying not to eat stuff that will give you cholera. Also makes it more interesting, but without a way to know that, wouldn't know. It does add a bit of depth and a little bit of risk and reward on thinking about the implications of playing in different ways. The corpse is a blocker for the bullets, so I can't shoot over that squirrel. That'll do. Okay. Health is fair. So, find wild fruit. Let's see if anyone wants to trade on the path, because we've got loads of food at the moment. You want a wagon tongue, and then we'll give you loads of bullets. Yeah, go on, why not? Keep going. Anyone want to trade? You want 2 wagon axles? I don't have that, I'm sorry. I think we're still doing okay for food, so let's just keep going. Ugh. Rations are all the way up. No one wants to trade with you today? Yeah, you can have some food for a wagon piece. That's probably a good idea at the moment. No. We're gonna hunt. That'll do us. Trade again. Set of clothing. Yep, you can have a set of clothing. I do not need all of this clothing. Trade again. No. Okay, we'll change pace. We're going at the... No. Yep, you can have food for bullets. I can always get that back. Let's hunt again. So we've got something to trade with. The way that the dead squirrel on the floor blocks the bullets is so annoying. I don't know how the detection would have been done back then, but it feels like the bullet kind of flies along until it hits something that's not black or something. Don't know. It says emigrate here. Yeah, I mean, emigrating is when you are leaving a place, and immigrating is when you're coming into a place. So anyone who does those things is both, and what they're called is a matter of kind of perspective and context. Okay, trade. You can have a set of clothing. Don't ask me where it came from. More trading, please. No, you can't have my wagon wheel. More trading, please. No, you can't have all my bullets. More trading, please. I need an ox. No, you cannot have 400 bullets. Yep, you can have 2 sets of clothing for an ox. No. 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 I would like 2 ox. No, you can't have my ox. Hey, Max. Yeah, another ox for 2 clothing. Great, we've got 2 oxes now. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's talk to people. Hello, do you want to be my new family? A young boy tells you, my job every day is to find wood for the cook fire. Sometimes it's very hard to find enough, so I store extra pieces in a box under the wagon. On the prairie, I gathered buffalo chips to burn when there wasn't any wood. Okay, thanks for telling me that. Let's go. Jobadiah has a broken leg. You find an abandoned wagon with clothing and bullets. We've got an inadequate grasp. Severe blizzard. I'm going to stop to rest for 5 days with my broken leg. I'm just going by what feels right. Health good. Snowy ground for a little bit. A thief comes during the night and steals 80 pounds of food. I wish you wouldn't, but it's also okay because I've got enough. Let's get some more. No bear. You were unable to shoot any food. It's because I'm trying not to get cholera from eating bears. It used to be so easy back in the days before I understood science. before all my family died from eating bears. Well, they didn't. They died from fording a river. Because no one in this country, in this blasted country, has ever thought of building a bridge anywhere. Have you? Thousands of years of European bridge building knowledge, and you go and found a new country, and it takes you 100 years to start building bridges in the most used thoroughfare across the land. That's what this game is fundamentally about. It's about the error that the early Americans made in taking so long to build any bloody bridges. That's why we had to lose baby Greg. Would you like to look around? Yes. Our Fort Hall. My home away from home. Let's see what you've got. Oh, we can actually just buy some supplies now. Wonderful. Right, I need a wagon axle because I don't have any more of them. Let's take one of them. And I think that might actually be it. That's it. Let's talk to people. See what they got to say. Aunt Rebecca tells you, yeah, there's mountain sheep around here. Enough water too, but hardly a stick of wood. Thank heaven for Fort Hall, maybe. But I'm real sorry to be saying goodbye to Cousin Miles and all the folks heading for California. Okay, where are we? Fort Hall. No, look at the map. This is a slog, folks. I'm pleased we've got this way. I think narrating it makes it fun in a way that just playing it would not be fun. It's too much random crap happening to you, which is the joke, right? When people remember this game fondly, it is the you died of dysentery. But to actually just play this, it's just, I may as well be like rolling dice and looking at a list of things that happen to me. If you roll a 7, hit yourself in the head with a hammer. If you roll an 11, eat an orange. Attempt to trade, and then we'll head off again. No. Oh, you want food? Yeah, okay. Yes. Lazy people that won't do their own hunting. Severe blizzard. Lose 1 day. Very little water. Eat some snow, you loser. Right, food is getting low. We're going to do some hunting in a minute. Oh, cheeky thief. We're in a different, look, we're in a different biome. We're in a different biome. We've got different plants. Okay, 2 deer is enough. We never need to do more than 2 deer. Let's go. Bad water, inadequate grass, very little water, very little water. Severe blizzard, lose 1 day. Rough trail, very little water. I finally got dysentery. Well, this game is about, isn't it? It's the dysentery game. Jobadiah has dysentery. Bad water. Impassable trail, lose 7 days. Oh my goodness. So this is the bit where, you know, doesn't matter how good you've been doing up to this point because, hey, we're crossing the snowy bit now. You're gonna get frozed. Oh, Jebediah. You let your family die crossing the river. Then you froze to death in the mountains. So attempt to trade. You want an ox? No, I've only got one. If anything, I want an ox. You want bullets? I've got quite a lot of bullets for a wheel. Yeah, actually, let's do that. I've never... I don't use bullets that quickly because I'm so good at shooting stuff. Give me an ox. Let's do that. You want 3 wheels, though. Oh, no, that's not... That's dodgy. You can't have all my wheels. No, I do not need a set of clothing. No one wants to trade with me today. Story of my life. No. I mean, we have had a few positive RNG elements, but it's mostly finding a wagon and getting a spare wheel off of it or something. They are in there, but they're few and far between. Because the game is trying to do myth making, isn't it? It's trying to go, hey kids in an American school, this is how great people in the past were. Look how hard their life was. I mean, it's probably mostly historically accurate, but if you think of the kind of rhetorical effect it's supposed to have on you as a school child, it's supposed to make me go, wow, I'm thankful for what I've got and the great people that built this nation. Bad water, inadequate grass, ox wanders off, lose a day. We're still doing all right though, because mainly most problems can be resolved by waiting or shooting something. I spoke too soon. Oh, Jobadiah. Gone. Jobadiah's dead. So that's Oregon Trail. That's my definitive strategy guide to Oregon Trail. We won. That is how you win the game. And now you can win it too, because it's free to play online, being as it is such an important historical game. I think I ended up playing that in the early 2000s at some point because people kept going on about it online because they were Americans and remembered it from their childhood, but it's not really something that we had here. I mean, we probably did, but it wasn't something we were made to play. We're going to check out Keep Driving now because this is my Oregon Trail-like that I have sort of assigned myself for the podcast, because we are playing Oregon Trail and then playing modern games that might be like it in some way. My understanding of this game is it doesn't kind of force us to go to a specific location, and there is some changing routes, but I'm going to sort of set myself a constraint of like we can't use that feature because we want the modernized Oregon Trail feel. Oh, that's cool. I like the fact that it saves the gravestones. Yeah, because earlier on in the game I wondered about that because we came across a gravestone and it said "Here lies," and it was just like empty. And I thought, I wonder if that is supposed to be a player name or something from previous. Hello, welcome to Keep Driving. The trailer is still running over there. Stop that. Stop that now. 2-person team. So I don't know if this game is going to have enough game for me, but I did find it interesting, and this podcast was a good opportunity to play around with that. I'm going to probably use... I don't know, maybe I'll use the gamepad. I'll do a new game because I started playing it yesterday, and then I thought, no, I'm going to stream this. Remembering special places, remembering roads. Remembering more roads. Finalizing. Ooh. Just gonna film the beginning with the chat off for a minute in case I need it for the podcast. The summer sprawls out before you as you're about to go on your first big road trip alone. It's the early 2000s, you've recently got your license, you're young, take it easy, you have time. My name is Jobadiah. My relationship with my parents is very bad. That seems like a fun way of doing some sort of like difficulty slider feature. But yeah, I'm going to say very bad. My occupation is, I'm a student and I'm taking with me my guitar and beer. We've got some cars that are currently not available. So it looks like there's some sort of, I guess, like roguelite aspect of unlocking different things, like we would unlock different ships in FTL. Yeah, there's some fun parallax here when I move the mouse as well, right? So if you think of what's going on here, the game here is like a diorama. There's not a lot of interactivity, but they've made up for it by making everything sort of have this parallax that, depending on where you put the mouse, sort of moves the camera a little bit. Nice. I got a skill point. Lovely. I can go in there. Don't forget your letter. I won't. I'll put it here. Drag it to the trunk to buy it. New journey to the Way Out Festival. That's our Oregon. That's where we're going. Hey, are you coming to the festival this year? I heard you got a new car. Fun. You can buy a ticket in any big city. It's kind of long ways away, but you'll make it. Don't forget to sleep and fill up when you're low on gas. I was stranded once or twice. It's not too bad if you have some money. See you in 2 weeks. Right, we're going to get a ticket, get a tent, get to the festival. We're going to do that. It's there. Where are we going from? Is that us? Is that where we are? That pin? I don't understand where I am. Where am I? Yeah, this is a bit more like 80 Days, where we're doing some sort of like strategic route planning, I guess. Is that me? Am I? No. I'm seeing lots of pins. I don't understand where I am. So let's ignore the map. We're gonna... I think there's some stuff in the house I'm supposed to still pick up. No. Take my guitar. You can put stuff in the footwells? Yes. That's where I keep my cigarettes. I put them in there. There we go. Look at that. That's lovely. That's lovely. Oh. Give it a little bit of an open. Have a look at my duct tape lovingly. Ah, my lovely duct tape. Sometimes I like to rub it on my face. It's cooling. Put it back. Close it. Have another look. Ah, some chewing gum. Sometimes I like to rub my chewing gum on my guitar. Makes it sound wonderful. But enough of that for now. Let's leave home. I've got a beep beep button. And I drive by just pressing left and right, so we're not doing steering, which makes sense, because why would we? It's not that kind of game. Okay, there I am. I'm all the way on the left. They confused me by just prematurely showing me this map. I'm gonna leave immediately. Yeah, I am. We're gonna listen to some swell West Coast, whatever that means. The tractor makes a peaceful humming sound. This is a road event. These symbols that represents the road event are called threat. There's some not great translation going on here, I think. Each threat corresponds to one of your resources. Energy, cash, durability, and gas. These are your skills. That's wonderful. Look at the way they've designed the skill things into the interface. They're like danglies. Really smart. You need to use skills in order to remove the threat. During the player phase, you can use one skill. The dots shows how many uses a skill has. The dots, when you're out of uses, the skill can't be used until you rest. The bottom icons show what type of threat the skill can remove. White star icons can remove threat of any type. X icons remove no threat. Okay. Use the skill relax and align it with the threat on the bottom to remove it. Click and drag the skill on the threat icon in the bottom's display. That was a lot of fluff in one go. Right, that's the skill called relax. Align it with the threat on the bottom to remove it. Okay. Oh, I see. So we're matching symbols, and if we can match more, then better. When each of the skill icons remove threat, you get a perfect hit. When you get a perfect hit, you get an extra turn. That means you can use another skill this turn. Some skills have costs. It's shown here. That costs $1. Oh, costs an energy. Go ahead and use the have a go skill to remove another threat. Okay, so that's got star. So that's even though you've got another perfect hit, your turn will end. You may also only get one extra turn by player. On the road phase, the threat with a warning icon over them will attack you. On the road phase, each threat deals damage to its corresponding resource. There are different kinds of threat warnings. You can hover over them to see what they do or check a full list by pressing this button. Okay. After the road phase, something will happen and a new threat warning will be displayed. Okay, I get it. Let me play now. So I don't have many things. I've got that one targets the green thing, so I can use that there. And then I have to use my wilds to get rid of the blue ones. I see how this works generally. So that will go there. It's going to use up my energy. That will go there, and that's going to use up my energy, and then we're done, I think. That was our little mini game to overtake them. It feels like some parts of the world have better clouds than others. I hope I find a place with really big clouds, thick, illuminated, majestic. The best places are always up in the mountains or in fields. Okay. You get a strong yearning for fields and mountains. I love a strong yearning. Maybe just like a moderate yearning. So if it cuts out, I'm just trying to make sure that the music isn't too loud. More attacks this turn. What? Something on the roadside. You can escape from events by holding down the gas pedal. This is your glove box. You can place small items here. Some items can be used just like skills during road events. Oh, that's why they got the symbols on them. Tongue void, I don't really care. Like, if I get copyrighted for the music, I will lose like $1. Like, my streams don't reach enough people for it to make any difference, so I don't really care. The amount of money you lose for things getting copyright strikes on only really starts to... Yeah, only really starts to kick in when you're making things that get like hundreds of thousands of views. The way that this is presented as a combat is very funny. Because it does kind of make you feel like the emotion that the game is wanting you to feel of being frustrated in this situation of being stuck behind a car. Whatever. A book seems exciting. I take it. It's the same colour as my guitar. Portable stove. Makes certain food items edible. Wonderful. Just what I needed. Gonna eat some chocolate to get some energy back. Hello. If you're going out on the road, you better be prepared. You've got to have a journal to write stuff down in, or a music player is necessary. Are you coming with? Is that the idea? Hey, good luck out there. Okay, fine. Get some gas. Man, all these interfaces feel so good. Very nice bits of that's the gas meter. Okay. Yeah, very nice little kind of toy-like elements. See what they're selling here. Hey buddy, what are you selling? Instant coffee? Yeah, we want some coffee. Needs to be cooked. Steering wheel sleeve. Ooh. Makes me immune to being stressed. I'm gonna get one of them. It doesn't actually go on the steering wheel though. It just takes up inventory space, and I can't. Right, this is long and thin, so I think we should. If we could rotate that and then put it in there, I do like a bit of inventory, Django. This is a bit of a guilty pleasure. It's like it's not supposed to be that enjoyable, but I love when a game has an inventory, Django. I think it's because it's a way of framing a relatively abstract puzzle in a way that feels like thematic. Need to equip them in the upgrades tab. Okay, we'll do that in a minute. Chocolate. Get some chips. Yeah, I'll have some chips. Coffee. Some shades. Oh, I guess I'll be practical. Get some, like, helpful stuff as well. Fruit candy. Okay. So... Visit a garage to install car upgrades. Okay, so we're not quite there yet. We're going to go to Lonomouth. So we're kind of in a made-up country, right? I think, like, the idea is that it's kind of wherever you imagine it to be. Although the architecture is going to, for a lot of people, read as American, I think. But I have a funny feeling this is Swedish, or it's like a Scandinavian developer. It has that kind of vibe. Skill. Oh, and duct tape. Oh, I should have used the duct tape first. This is kind of reminding me of something I've been thinking about recently, which is sometimes you have a game mechanic that is quite abstract, but the abstractness helps with the other thematic parts of the game in a way that you wouldn't expect. So the last game I noticed this with was Omelette You Cook, where, you know, you're making an omelette and you're trying to get a score, and there are lots of multipliers and stuff that make the score bigger, and it's very arcadey and it's quite an abstract, silly mechanism. But the scoring system makes you care about how the food is placed on the omelette, and then that leads you into, like, placing the ingredients in such a way that you do feel like you're being a chef, even though the kind of scoring system is making you do weird stuff. It's very rare to play a game about cooking where I really feel like I'm placing food down in a way that I would in a real kitchen. And there's something about this mini game as well where, okay, we've got these blue, orange, and green symbols and we have to match them up, and it's very abstract. But the idea that, like, my character is stressed out because they're stuck behind a car, so they use the cigarettes to stop themselves being stressed out, or they use the duct tape to fix this other problem. The, like, abstract, puzzly match the symbols things enables all of this thematic stuff in the game to work and make sense. And I think that's a kind of, it's a cool reason why you shouldn't be afraid to have things like an abstract minigame or a score system or something, because I think it can lead to these much more thematic feeling things happening in a game. I'm headed to the desert. There's a casino there I need to get to. El Cobra. Heard of it? What'd you say? Sure. You can come, I guess. And we get a new skill. We get a problem-solving skill. He borrows some of my money and gambles with it when we get to a destination. Wonderful. Let's go. God damn, what a shit car. Mate, do you want to get out? You've insulted my car once. I'll give you one more chance. If you offend me again, I will smite you down. Flock of sheep? Okay. I've leveled up my hitchhiker, as you do. Ha, can't gamble with my money if I don't have any, can you? Huh? Just getting what food I can. Right, you want to go to the desert on the way, do you? Okay. I've got no money and I still need to get a festival ticket. Night Falls. Stuck behind the car again. That will give us a direct hit because it's used both the symbols. Hurting the durability of our car by being stuck behind a car. That's fine. I'm fine with the streamer thing. About 20% of my streams get copyright struck from people sending me games with music that they haven't warned me about in, so one more isn't going to make any difference. Another hitchhiker. Hello. I'm going towards the mountains, or like a bit into the woods, but I'm not in a hurry, waiting for some friends to write. Can I ride with you? I got weed. Okay, she's called the Hurricane. That's a promising name. Right, mate, you can go in the back now. You're gonna keep stealing my money. Gonna let the girl sit in the front. Okay, would anyone like a carrot? I'm gonna have a carrot. Look at all those stars. When were you born? Let me guess. You're Capricorn or not a Leo? Don't tell me. Give the change warning. Oh. An abandoned car? What's she got? She's got that. Remove one of each threat. Ah, that seems helpful. Eat some chocolate. Fender. Make our car more durable. Scrap. The closed window thing being up in the top left keeps throwing me off. This is pretty great. I'm going to keep going on this till 2. I'm going to give it half an hour more, but I am going to play this for a couple of sessions because I need to sort of get a bit deeper into it for the podcast, because we're going to be comparing this and a couple of other games that evoke the similar kind of Oregon Trail lineage. You can install upgrades and customize your car here. It's also the place to repair your car, so we're going to get some space back. Let's do that. So, trunk. There. And put that on the interior. And put sunglasses on the car. No. Let's have a beer. And the screen goes wobbly. Wonderful. Oh, we can paint the car? I don't have any money. Will you buy some scrap off me? Or maybe we can just sell anything and it doesn't, the people don't really... Can I sell the stranger? I can't sell him. Would you like some beers? Would you like to buy my guitar? Okay, cool. Would you like to give me some cool paint? Or everything is pretty expensive. Discount at garages. That seems like it might be helpful, actually. Oh, okay. I'll keep that for now. Do a budget repair for me, please. And then let's see if there's anything in the shop that I might be able to use in an event. Nothing else we can do for now, but we got some money from selling the guitar, so... Employment office. 24 hours. It's paid for 70... Yeah, let's work a day in a farm. Okay. Just go and work in a farm for a day. Lost all my energy. Sleep in the car. I think the cool hippie girl is left now. But she was just standing outside the car. Does that mean we don't have her now? Let's have a look. Oh no, she's coming with us. She's either having a smoke outside or there's just an NPC that looks exactly like her. I'm not sure what we're supposed to believe. $10 more worth of gas. And I guess we'll get some food. I guess. What have we got here? We need some food. You are dirty. Hitchhikers gain less XP. Let's get hula dancer for the thing. I didn't steal a car. No, I sprayed my car to look like a police car. I mean, I was doing it for the aesthetics rather than because I was trying to mislead anyone. But hey. Flashlight seems useful. Let's get some coffee. We need to eat something. Let's eat a carrot. Let's eat some chips. I don't know how I get undirty. Removes dirty. Oh, there we go. Toilet paper. That's how. Right, if we do want to drop Buddy off at the desert, we need to go that way. So I think we will go that way. Oh, we can't choose. Okay, we'll... Okay, we'll go that way. I got confused about which one was actually where we were then. Stop for a can of Coke and a coffee. Classic. Introspection. I wonder what my parents were doing at my age. Probably just studying. I don't think they actually got a chance to travel much. I think it's that one. I don't want to introspect too hard. Dead thing in the road. I would simply drive around it. The entire game is predicated on Sweden having very narrow roads. One more hitchhiker? Oh my goodness. Is she a bride? Hiya! As you can see, I am what you might call a runaway. Will you help a gal out? I just need to get out on the road. Come get out of here and live a little. Okay, the bride. Right. Matey can come and sit in the front because I think he's a creep. And keep him away from the ladies. Time to read a book. Oh, it's not time to read a book, apparently. Furious Furfur in the chat said, what are you finding about the aesthetics, the pixelatedness, colour? Is the shakiness of the main view bothering? Can't tell from the live stream if it would be. No, I like it. I mean, the thing is, the stuff that we see that's taking up most of the screen is a diorama, right? It's there to look pretty and immerse us in the world. It's not something we're directly interacting with much. So all of the shaking and the layering and the parallax is actually very good because it's there to do a particular job, and it's like an emotional, immersive job. I think if I was playing an action game and it was in this pixel art style and I was jumping around and there were all these layers of pixel art moving, it might feel a little bit different. But yeah, it's just a little bit of a kind of different situation because of the way it's used. Rusty's Auto Parts. Hello, Rusty's Auto Parts. What have you got, Rusty? You got a sports brakes? You want to fit me some? Oh, we can We can get some car stickers. That might make it feel a bit more rock and roll in here. I'm going to sell you these sunglasses because I'm not using them. Let's get some new brakes. I thought this might also be somewhere where I can fit them, but that's not it, is it? Comfy seats. Hitchhikers get an extra use to each skill. That seems good, considering we're carrying a lot of hitchhikers. Okay, let's just get as many cool car things as we can. Can't fit them there though. It's gonna be quite hard to get. I'm not going to deliberately go out of my way to get the guy to the casino, because it's been annoying. Yeah, that's the car durability, the blue one above there. Rainbow. The rainbow is attacking us. I wish the rainbow wouldn't attack us. Right, problem solving guy, you're probably best for this, because you can do that. And then we can use our spray. Crafty. Items are considered swift. I don't know what that means, but we'll find out what that keyword means. Inspired. The next energy cost is reduced to 0. In the zone. Gas drain decreased by 25%. Hitchhiker argument. Oh no. Everyone, why are you arguing? Don't do it. So you can see there's some color coding here where the energy matches up with the people icons. The blue is the durability of the car and the orange is the gas, right? So the 3 icons that we use to play this mini game are kind of your character's energy, your car's gas, your car's durability. The green was being used there because it was everyone arguing in the car. You know, it's a social fatigue thing, so that's using up our green energy. So it's abstract, but it's very thematic. That driver must be like 14. No way you could have a license. Rusty's Auto Parts again. I don't want more parts. I want somewhere where I can fit my parts. I can ruffle my own hair, look. Ruffle, ruffle. Ruffle, ruffle. Ruffle, ruffle. Pixels do a little wiggle when I click on my own head. We're all right for gas. Car's getting a bit busted. Let's do some work so that we can, I'm going to go on the farm again. Do a day of farm work, have a rest. Then we'll have, maybe do 2 days of work. So next time we get a chance to fix the car, we've got enough money to do a decent amount of it. It costs less energy to work. Okay. Cleaning and stuff in a school or something. Okay, cool. No police check. The year 2000 after all. Okay, now we do a sleep. Really do need to fix the car now though. Coffee? Do I have anything? Yeah, I've got some toilet paper. Excellent. Clean myself up with some toilet paper, as you do. No one else in the car needs to clean themselves up, just me. Double standards. Yeah, when I first looked at this and I saw the concept of it, I think it felt like it was going to be a bit dry because of the... I think the hitchhikers make it the idea that you are carrying characters along, and they have skills and stuff that they contribute as well, which almost makes it like a kind of cozy version of Darkest Dungeon or something. Furious Furfur in the chat said, maybe it's just my inexperience, but this kind of game seems tricky to balance between fun, cozy, challenging. Well, I don't think cozy games are about a lack of challenge. They're just about a lack of punishment, you know? Like, I think there's a few different meanings of cozy and what people get out of it. And if you look at what people in the cozy game community usually talk about, I left a comment on Marnix's new video over on Bite Me the other day, because they were talking about making a cozy game, and I was saying that, you know, the farming type ones like the Fields of Mystara and the Moonlight Peaks, the new vampire one, those are games about relationships with NPCs. That's why the main reason why people play them. And obviously there is the whole farming sim part of that, and in Animal Crossing there's the farming and building. But they wouldn't, you know, Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley and stuff like that wouldn't be such big IPs if they weren't about, like, relationships between characters. And if you kind of think about the coziness as being about, you know, these are games that care about, like, people and their relationships and stuff. I think that's doing a lot of work here. You know, we've got these other characters in the car. They're helpful to us. They're leveling up as well, which makes us attached to them even if we don't care about that part of the game. If you think back to a minute ago with Oregon Trail, or at least that very early version of Oregon Trail, it kind of feels a little bit emotionally underwhelming to lose a family member in that game because they don't do anything. And I know that's terrible, but it's a game and we care about the utility of things in a game. So if you want someone to have emotions about a character in a game, you do need to give them some sort of utility factor. That's why people often hate escort missions in action games, right? It's why you go to, like, you fast forward and you go to, like, The Last of Us and Naughty Dog games. They started making the characters in the escort missions basically invulnerable, even in, like, a really grim, gritty, dark horror game, because, like, giving these characters a negative utility is, like, one of the most annoying things you can do in a game. So making us attach to the characters by giving them utility is great. It seems like, I mean, the other thing that makes this game feel a bit more cozy or casual is it seems like it's probably quite difficult to actually fully lose. So we're always trying to manage efficiencies and do things in the best way we can in the minigame using our resources and our skills and stuff. But it's not based around, like, really, really trying to beat you up and make you lose. It's just kind of degrees of success and kind of working as a story generator maybe when these characters, you know, finally fall out and one of them leaves us or whatever. But yeah, I don't think cozy is necessarily about a complete lack of difficulty. It's like partially about creating games that are about people, characters, animals, and caring for things, that kind of tend and befriend thing. And then it's about having, like, a having some sort of consequence in the game, but it's not about like massively punishing you and making you constantly lose loads of progress and having to go back. You know, I think those are the vectors that make something feel cozy most of the time. Introspection. Wow, those clouds are incredible. It looks like a big castle. Stop and have a look. You decide to stop the car and watch the clouds go by. Inspired. Right, we really need to fix the car. We're running out of durability here. You think like the systems we've seen in this game are pretty complex. Well, the mini game seems quite complex, but the actual like variables that go into it are reasonably easy to understand and fit in your head. You know, here's our social stuff to do with our character, the green resource. We've got 2 resources to do with the car. The orange resource runs out quickly, the blue resource runs out slowly. And then we just have a big library of items and character skills and stuff that interact with that. And that means it's quite easy to just pick up how the game works at a really basic level. But there's probably quite a lot of depth in terms of like finding different little interactions and stuff, which is cool. Yeah, Furfur, I think that's what it is, you know. It's not just one thing or the other, is it? There's like an art style or a set of themes that people would think, oh, this is cozy because it's about this thing, or it's cozy because it looks this way. In the like casual space, when things like Farmville and stuff were out, they used to refer to it as tend and befriend games. You know, games that are about looking after something and nurturing relationships with characters. And you can have that at a very kind of purely mechanical level, like a mobile game like Farmville, or you can have it with a bit more story like you do in something like Animal Crossing, where you talk to the characters and stuff. But I think tend and befriend is still quite a helpful term. You don't hear it as much, but and not all cozy games are tend and befriend, right? Like Unpacking isn't tend and befriend, but it is a game that is narratively interested in people and their kind of relationships and stuff, which again puts it in that category. A lot of this just comes out of the fact that cozy, just like casual was like 10, 15 years ago, cozy has become like this code word for talking about girly games or games with feminine interests and focuses. And no one wants to call them that because it's not politically correct, and it would also be wrong because men play them and there are lots of women that don't play cozy games and play like violent games or scary games. But if we look at what those games are interested in at core level, it is like relationships and stuff like that. It doesn't mean that there's no peril in the game at all. It doesn't mean there's no difficulty. It doesn't mean there's no danger or anything like that. But it's games that are interested in like feelings and relationships and stuff like that a lot of the time. And you can do that in quite an abstract way, like the game Unpacking does, or like something like A Little to the Left, where you're just moving objects around. But there's still kind of a sense of like these things have like meaning in someone's life that you might not get in like a abstract soccer band puzzle or something like that. New skill tree available for all future playthroughs. Driving. Okay. Right click to see details. This skill is locked and costs 1 skill point to unlock. We get a drive fast. Oh, we're unlocking new skills basically. If you get a perfect with this skill, gain 1 gas. Okay. We can get that one. If you escape after using this skill, gain 3 armor. Slip shifting. Let's get slip shifting. That looks easier to use. We've got 3 more points left. And we'll get... Oh, I should have got something from this tree as well, shouldn't I? Oh well, we'll wait till we get more points and we'll come back and do the green tree. Hotel. Stay until morning. Who's this? Nice ride, kid. Heard about the great race down at the Pine Raceway. You should check it out. I am not getting involved in a race. No, I don't care. This is what I need. I explore the trail. You have to equip the skills. Okay, we'll do that in a minute. If you pay for the budget repair, look, these are the things, the left phalange and mission control. If you do budget repair, it crosses the others off and just ticks the top stuff. That's funny. Let's do the full repair though, because the car is pretty bad right now. And now we can start putting in the extra stuff we picked up before. Anything else? Stickers? Yeah. Zebra stripe. Flames. Hell yeah. Pretty rock and roll right now. Go to the shop. Sell some stuff. Sell some spilled things that are broken in the car that they want for some reason. I'm not sure why. Hey, would you like some worthless trash? Oh, I think the hula. Yeah, she goes there. But it shows up there. That's fun. I'm going to sell the flag because I can only have one item in that slot anyway. Put the sodas there. I think we're good. Car's looking pretty sick right now. We'll get an extra can of multi-spray just because that seems quite useful. Let's go to the trail. Excuse me, what is this? This feels very modern Oregon Trail, just by like having this mini game that's completely unrelated to everything else. A big rock is blocking the way forward. That's it. That's what the trail exploring is. That's so funny. That's a really weird little mini game to have. Oh, there's a path back there? Can we find anything like this? You found an item. Return to the starting position to claim it. It's just a little maze. A little mini maze that gives us a reward if we find something. There we go. Found some mushrooms. Need a rope for the rock. So we've got some outdoorsy skills we can get here as well. What does that do? Get that one. So if I were to go back to the shop and get some rope. Will that do anything now? Can I use it? Can I go hiking with a piece of rope? Oh yeah. Found an item. The little animation when you hop over the rock there is really nice. That was fun. A thermos that I'm pretty sure I didn't just steal from someone. Maybe I did. Okay, we're getting a bit low on energy here. I think we're going to have one more. Well, that's the thing. Furfur in the chat just said the game is surprisingly deep with its inventory use across many mini-games and the overworld road trip. I mean, it kind of has to be, right, to justify just driving a car in a straight line. And I think sometimes talk about this as like a complexity budget, right? Your game needs some sort of complexity somewhere for players to like chew on and problem solve around. But not everything in the game can be complex. There needs to be some part of the game that is like no-braining. And if we make a game that is just driving a car along left to right, then we need something aside from that that's going to add some kind of crunch and complexity. And if it's an action game, it needs to be like varied interactions with the environment. And if this is much more like a management game, right? So we're managing the space in our inventory, and then we need a reason to care about certain objects more than others in different contexts. So yeah, we're managing the space in the inventory, but like, why do I care about these items? Why am I gonna accept taking up 3 spaces with this? Well, it lets me use the coffee and other things that need cooking. So you have to have all of these systems to work together to make things matter. Otherwise, why are people going to care about managing their inventory and stuff like that? So it's yeah, the depth is there, but it feels like it's all in the right place as well. And then the thing that is really simple, which is just this kind of goofy automatic driving that's almost like an idle game that just gets interrupted with these events. It's a really kind of smart sense of like balancing a game to be automatic in some aspects and then a little bit more thinky in others. I'm smiling. Oh, because I got a happy. Because I got a happy thing. Happy and satisfied. I think it's worth spending that extra money on the hotel. Rough terrain. Okay. Remove one of each threat. Hang on. That just gets rid of everything. Okay. Someone leveled up. Right, so you can't change skills while on the road. Okay. Still haven't got around to actually manually setting our skills. Yeah, the diegetic UI is great. I think it's a good example of like, if you've got something in your game that is already an interface, right? A car is already an interface, right? It is designed for human beings to interact with it. So stuff like this, boop, boop. If they hadn't done that, it would just be a missed opportunity, right? We've got these pedals over here. Does it make sense that the pedals are here on a dashboard next to that? No, but it doesn't matter. It's just enough for it to be really evocative. Right, I'm going to wrap this up for today in a minute. I will be doing more of this because I need to review it for the podcast that we're recording next week. But I will probably do at least one more stream of this because it's quite pleasant to just sort of play and think about out loud. We've got Smashing Pumpkins at home. A knife can always come in handy. I'm sad because I ate a mushroom. Oh no. This guy has a CD called Holy Now, I want that CD, buddy. I'm gonna swap it for a book. Thanks. Do I want some honey? Let's do... Look, these mushrooms made me unhappy, so you can have the mushrooms and I'm gonna have some honey. Maybe you can make some mushroom honey or something. Who's that? Glad to see another fellow road tripper out here on the road. Where are you off to? Fucking werewolf asshole. Oh, is that the CD that I just got? I want Crystal Boys. Oh, hang on. We can mix them? Okay, we're going to do 3 Crystal Boys. No, we're going to... What did I just do? No, that's not what I want to do. Okay, so we can program a playlist. We're going to go Nightlife by the Crystal Boys. Then the Taito Beltran. Then Gold. Then Boy Makes Wolf. Tigers. Okay, last... Oh, I forgot to change my skills again. I keep forgetting when I'm technically on the road and not, you know? That's the thing that I'm struggling with a little bit. I think because it's so committed to keeping the same UI all the time, sometimes there are like states in the game where I forget that, you know, I need to... But there's a thing I can... At the moment, I'm looking for an opportunity where I can change my skills, which I can only do when we're at a stopping place. I kind of forget that we're at a stopping place. Rough terrain. Okay, let's use the spray. Oof. This is not good. My car is being beaten up by the rough terrain. That's 2 wild cards. Let's leave that for now. Let's do the spray on the middle. Oh. Okay, now the strangers thing. Ah! Failed it. Because my gas ran out. Is that it? Are we done? Because we ran out of gas? Too poor, not enough cash. Call your parents. Let's sleep. See what happens. That came out of nowhere for me. Like, I didn't see that coming at all. Don't have enough cash for a tow truck. My character's relationship with their parents is quite bad, so maybe calling them isn't going to do anything, but we'll try it. Calling Mum. Doesn't answer. Is this it? You can't continue. The journey is over. So that was a good place to end it. That kind of came out of nowhere for me. It was really kind of surprising. But I think we did alright. I feel like I was learning how to play. I feel like by the end of that session, I feel like I'd learned some stuff I could apply to the next session, which is mainly what you want with that sort of situation. But because I kept forgetting to assign my newly learnt skills in the skill tree, I probably had a worse set of like icon matching things to the mini games by the time we reached that point. So for example, we didn't have many icons that were to do with preserving fuel. So when all of the orange symbols were there, it was quite difficult. But yeah, I like that. I will be back with more of that at some point in the next week before the next podcast recording. Definitely interested to see how it varies from run to run as well. I need to see more of that to kind of get a sense of what happens when you've got different hitchhikers and stuff like that. So thanks for joining today. I will be back tomorrow. We've got our usual Indies Under the Knife tomorrow with what are the games? They are, it's the kind of dice and gambling related games thing tomorrow. Which is, yeah, so a couple of games that people have sent in that have dice mechanics is what we'll be checking out tomorrow afternoon, I think. Can't remember. But yeah, thanks for joining today, and I will see you all soon.